and welcome to the Boston College High School hockey game versus Malden Catholic here. We're coming to you live from Beacons Ice Arena at UMass Boston. Alongside my right here is Joe Braverman. Joe, a junior over at Algonquin Regional High School. Joe, thanks for coming in tonight.
Thanks for having me. It's a true honor to have what could possibly be the game of the year.
Yeah, it should be a great game. And behind the camera, as always, is Pat Serio from SerioVideo.com. And Joe, yeah, as you said, we've got the Malden Catholic Lancers coming in at 3-0-0, and of course the Boston College Eagles here at 5-0-1. Should be a great tilt.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great game. Many were thinking that this was gonna be the championship last year, but shocking loss in a shootout by BC High didn't put them in. You got the four-time defending champion Malden Catholic, and you got BC High who wants that redemption.
Yeah, Malden Catholic and BC High both coming in with a couple of strong wins. Malden Catholic knocking off Severian last weekend. We were live for that one, and we also will have BC High coming up again next week. So we'll be seeing a lot of these teams still early in the season, of course, but I think a lot of people circled this one on their calendars. Yeah,
definitely. As I mentioned earlier, this was what many were thinking to be the championship last year. BC didn't have that to happen, so they want their redemption, but Malden Catholic's got such a strong D that it's going to be very tough.
Yeah, a lot of strong teams already out to good starts. Of course, Springfield Cathedral off to a nice start out there in Western Massachusetts. And that team you alluded to that beat BC High, Austin Prep, Coach Farrakano always having a good team out there. So, we'll see a lot of good play in the Catholic Conference. We'll also see some live streaming outside the Catholic Conference. We're down in Falmouth just the other night. So anybody that, any coaches out there or players or parents that are looking to get their teams games live streamed, just shoot us an email, info@myhockeylive.com, and we'll be happy to follow up with you on that. Anybody interested in sponsoring a game or advertising on the site also can email us at info@myhockeylive.com. And Joe, I know we got a couple of sponsors here for tonight's game.
We do, actually. We want to thank our friends from Falmouth, the Hockey Boosters. We want to thank iSlideUSA.com. We want to thank Sullivan Tire and Auto Service, and also the book 16 by Dr. Peter Drennan.
Yeah, great read. You can grab that book right off of the homepage, and of course iSlideUSA.com. Get your slides. You can customize those. It's kind of cool. I went in there and did that over the holidays, and we're about 3 minutes away from the start of this one. But again, both teams coming in with a lot of firepower, but also some good backstops there, Joe, in the net.
Yeah, definitely. Very tough to get pucks behind the net between these two teams. And you got to think this game means so much because that division is so stacked. But then again, these two are always at the top of the division standings. BC High getting that their first #1 seed last year since 2003. And looking to prove everyone that wasn't a fluke.
Yeah, and as you said, Malden Catholic obviously having won 4 straight state championships in the Super 8, and just trying to take a look down to the Malden Catholic goalie here as they've been rotating Alex Reeses and Kyle Casey early part of the season here, and we'll see who's going to get the start tonight as both goaltenders getting a little workout here prior to or during the warm-ups. And again, big thanks out to all of our sponsors. Big thanks out to the supporters of Malden Catholic Lancers, all the parents that are supporting us to bring this game live, and of course Athletic Director Pat Driscoll. I want to thank Pat for making these games possible, and Pat Serio of SerioVideo.com. And Joe, first time we've seen BC High this year. We've seen Malden Catholic a bunch of times. I think this is our 5th live stream for them, but the Eagles seem to go 3 lines deep, if not 4.
Oh yeah, definitely. They got a lot of depth on that team, and going back to Malden Catholic and their goaltending, you don't normally see teams with that rotating goaltenders, but Coach has really liked both of their goaltending and decided to go with the rotation, and it's been effective.
Yeah, it works well for them, and of course, Brandon Paisan is the starting goaltender for the Eagles here, and we saw Brandon down in Falmouth last year, and then of course in the MIA tournament. He's very capable of winning a game on his own and carrying this team if need be.
Yeah, definitely. He steps up when he can. You know, it seems like when BC High's got a bad game, he'll step right up and turn that team right around. And BC's been so effective ever since he's stepped foot behind that net.
Yeah, just looking down at the score sheets, I mean, obviously their only tie coming 2-2 against Springfield Cathedral. You can put all three of those teams in a hat to try to pick the #1 team in the state right now between Cathedral and Malden Catholic and BC High. All playing very good hockey right now.
And for BC High to go only have a tie in that game and to go undefeated in the rest, that says a lot about that team, how effective they can be. Yeah. And like I mentioned, it's a very tough division, and to go undefeated is unbelievable.
Both teams playing tough schedules, and Pat's going to bring it down to the ice now. We'll get ready to call this one. We'll get ready for your national anthem and your starting lineups. So hopefully everybody can enjoy the game, and please do tweet all your friends and family members. Let them know that we are streaming the game live here tonight, and of course the game can also be seen in its entirety within the next 24 to 48 hours. We'll have the game back up there on the website, but appreciate all those folks that are tuning in this evening to watch us, watch the game here between the 5-0-1 BC High Eagles and the 3-0-0 Malden Catholic Lancers. And should be a great one. We're only a quarter of the way into the season, and you know, certainly a game again that was circled by not only these two teams, but certainly all those folks that are interested in high school hockey across the state, Joe.
Oh, definitely. Everyone loves some good high school hockey, and when you got possible championship preview, it's amazing.
On the rink and in the stands. We ask you to please be courteous to all players, coaches, officials, and spectators at today's contest. Anyone in violation will be asked to leave. Please enjoy the game between BC High and its guest opponent, Malden Catholic. Thank you for your cooperation. And now for today's starting lineup. First, for the Lancers from Malden Catholic. At goal, number 31.
Tonight, we saw Kyle Casey against Severia the other day, and we saw Alex against Del Martin a couple of weeks ago as they went on to beat Del Martin Green Wave of New Jersey 4-3 that night over at Wright Arena at Harvard University. See no changes here on the first line, and you've got Matt Philippe at center, Cam Walter at the left wing, Austin Goldstein at the right wing. The starting defenseman on left defense is number 55, Pat Harrington. At right defense is number 20, John McLean, the captain. So strong defense there, Joe. We've seen that a couple of times. Brandon Payson, the junior goaltender, being called out here.
Number 5, Ryan Shea.
Number 5, Ryan Shea getting the start over at the left point.
At defense, number 24, Alec Flynn.
Alec Flynn will be paired up with Ryan Shea. Right.
Number 11, Jack Duffy.
Jack Duffy gets the start at left wing.
At center, number 26, Justin Fine.
Number 26, Justin Fine will be on
Right wing, number 7,
in center.
And the rest of the BC Eagles.
And number 7, Patrick Riley getting the start opposite Duffy and Flynn. Joe, well, both these teams obviously eyeing their way to the Boston Garden in March. Both teams, as you said, making it to the semifinal last year, where Austin Prep knocked off BC High in a shootout 2-1, and Malden Catholic defeated Springfield Cathedral on their way to their 4th straight state high school championship and Super 8 championship. So a lot at stake early in the season here for this first game, and we'll see if there's any jitters early on here, Joe, but should be a good one. And just again, Joe Braverman is a junior at Algonquin Regional High School. Joe, you've been involved with Jimmy Young now, our coordinating producer, for a couple of years. When you talk a little bit about the Kids Talk Hockey program, and before we get started here.
Well, it's going to be a great program. Hoping to get it started in the next few weeks. Jimmy Young, probably one of the best people you're ever going to meet. Able to put all this stuff together, it's a true blessing to have him as what I like to consider him my mentor.
Great, so we got Justin Fine and Master Philippe taking the face-off. Malden Catholic wins the face-off into their own zone. Puck is passed across there nicely by Harrington to McLean. Lancers dumping it into the corner. BC High up with the puck is Jack Duffy. Duffy feeds it alongside over to Alec Flynn. Puck back up now off to the right wing. Right wing is Patrick Riley. Brings it across the blue line. Riley feed it back to Flynn. Flynn's shot is blocked. Puck comes back out in front of the net, and the Lancers skate it out. Cross center ice they come. Lancers going deep. There's a shot on net and a rebound, and standing on the doorstep is Austin Goldstein. Goldstein getting a couple of hacks at that one, Joe, but not able to find the back of the net as Brandon Payson holds the net in the post strong there.
A very aggressive move early on. It looks like Malden Catholic's really going to take that aggressive approach all throughout the game. And noticed early that it's going to be very physical between these two teams. The pace is going to be controlled for both teams.
All right, Malden Catholic with Justin Collins opposite Goldstein and Witkowski. We've seen a lot of Jake Witkowski, the assistant captain, number 8. Watch him tonight. He's had a couple of really good games the last couple of weeks. Puck into the corner of the Lancers. Fighting for that is number 9, Connor Noonan. Noonan trying to bring it up the boards. Noonan is centered by Pat Kramer and Christian Simeone on the left wing. Back on defense, Dobie and Roach. Puck around there as Billy Roach picks it up. Billy Roach brings it across center ice. Roach all the way into the Lancers zone. Roach holds up, waits for his trailing players and dumps it now into the corner. Into the corner is Kaiser Ray. Kaiser Ray battling for that puck down there, down low. Over in the corner, Lancers come out with the puck. They now have control of the puck. Will Lawrence, now the captain for the Lancers with the puck. They look up, shot on net, so no icing there. Paysan's going to get a whistle as, again, the Lancers continue to bring the pressure, and we've seen this throughout the season. Joe, as I said, we've had the opportunity of doing a couple of Lancers games, and when that puck goes to the net, there's 3 or 4 Lancers going after it.
It's been very effective all throughout the first couple of weeks for Malden Catholic, but you got a tough BC High defense that is looking to stop them.
Botticelli loses the face-off there, and it comes right back to Ryan Shea. Ryan Shea quickly up to his right wing, Jack Nisbet. Nisbet turns it over. Malden Catholic looking for our first offensive opportunity here on the turnover. Puck is loose along the boards. Taken there nicely by Botticelli. Back to the point. Shot comes in, long shot from John McLean. McLean feeds it back over to Harrington. Harrington dumps it in deep. Fed back there nicely, Jack Adams to McLean. McLean shoots it right into the pads of Brandon Payson, and Malden Catholic carry most of the play here, Joe. 3 shots on net for them already.
Yeah, you talk about the goaltender for Malden Catholic. Brandon Payson is no slouch himself.
Yeah, Payson looking strong. Giving up 2 goals to St. Mary's, 2 goals to St. John's of Shrewsbury, 3 goals to St. John's Prep. So doing his job between the pipes. Malden Catholic dumps it back in as their top line's back out there. Matt Philippe, already committed to Northeastern University, cannot control the puck. Out come the Eagles. Coming across the blue line there is Jason Dobie, I believe, pinching up there. So Dobie coming up, number 3, coming up from his point, and puck is turned back over. But again, a quick shot there by Patrick Riley. Goes off the glove and over the back of the net. And the Lancers now pinched in a little bit in their own zone here as the Eagles put a little pressure on for the first time tonight. And Alex Reeses is going to get a face-off here, get a little timeout, get a line change. Face-off will come to his left with 12:11 remaining in the first period. A little action there down in the Lancers zone, Joe.
Yeah, definitely. BC High looking to answer to Malden Catholic's aggression by providing some aggression on their own.
Yeah, nice shift there by number 7, Patrick Riley, the senior out of Weymouth, Massachusetts. And here come the Lancers now trying to get out of their own zone, and a little turnover there at center ice. Puck is picked up there by Simeone. Simeone leaving it for Kramer. Kramer trying to take it himself down into the Lancers zone. Kramer says a little how do you do to Harrington. And out comes Justin Collins. Collins shoots, he scores! Number 10, Justin Collins, taking the feed at center ice, coming across that blue line and letting a rising slap shot go from just outside the dot to find the top left corner.
Sometimes some of the easiest goals are the simplest goals, as it's a simple slap shot up in the right corner. Had one defender to beat, could have made a quick juke, but he just decided to shoot it and luckily put it in the net.
Bill Lawrence, assisted by number 20, John McLean. And the goal, 3 minutes, 17 seconds of the first period.
So that's going to go Collins from Lawrence and McLean. That's what they said. I didn't know Lawrence was on the ice, but we'll go with what they said. I don't have Paul McNamara here tonight. Paul Mack likes to give an MHL assist when they don't have 2 assists, Joe. So I think it just goes Collins from McLean is really what the scoring should be. So it's number 10, Justin Collins getting the first goal of the night. As the Lancers get another shot on net. There's a loose puck out in front of the net. Battling for that puck is number 14, Brendan White. And out come the Eagles with it as they lose control at center ice, and both teams going for a line change here. Jack Adams feeds it back to his defenseman. Back up to Brendan White. Brendan White dumps it in deep. BC retreats to get to the puck. First one there is Jason Doby. Doby unable to get it out of his zone. It's picked up by Shea. Shea up the boards looking for Riley. Riley loses his stick and loses the puck, and it's back to Shea. Shea again now will try the other side. He comes behind his own net. Shea looks up for the long outlet pass. He hits a streaking Jack Duffy. Duffy tries to feed it across and comes all the way back out to center ice where Shea will try again. Shea's going to try to take it himself this time as he comes across the blue line. Shot is deflected nicely by Matt Yanakopoulos. Yanakopoulos getting his first shift of the game. Big number 44, and out come the Lancers. They got numbers here, 3-on-2. Oh, and an offsides as Matt Philippe takes it across center ice, but they're going to call Cam Walter for the offsides there at 10:01.
Yeah, they had numbers, and looking at BC, they had the chance on offense, except they would have been offsides. But that first goal coming from Collins is definitely going to make the shape of this game.
Yeah, Justin Collins, the sophomore out of Wilmington, Massachusetts, a real gritty player out here, gets the first goal of the game, and a nice goal it was, as you said, Joe. One of this, just take the shot from the left side there, and had a good look at the corner. Puck is now pinched back in deep. Jason Doby, first one on it for the Eagles. Doby feeds it back around, looking for Billy Roach. Roach will take it up across his own blue line. Roach looking for the outlet pass as it is deflected, and Malden Catholic just really giving them no open ice at all. Taking away all the passing lanes, taking away all the skating lanes, so it's going to be, again, difficult for BC to make these quick passes. MC able to gain control. Now it's dumped in nicely by Austin Goldstein as the Lancers go for a change here. Shea seems to have been on the ice all night already as he dumps it out. Nicely to Jack Nisbet. Nisbet clears it in deep, but again, the Lancers able to control and take it out of their zone as Goldstein delayed offsides here. And the Collins line is back on the ice. There's Jack Nisbet trying to control the puck as he dumps it in deep. Puck comes around the far boards and caved in there by Kaiser Ray. Big hit along the wall, able to cause the turnover there as the battle goes on. Will Lawrence using his skates, able to get it up, but not out as Alec Flynn keeps the puck in and dumps it back into the corner. And the battle ensues again with Nisbet and Yannikopoulos battling for that puck, and now the Lancers are going to come out with the puck here. Long shift for both teams. Turnover there, nice play in the defensive zone by Alec Flynn, and Alec Flynn now with the puck, carrying it up, feeds it up, long outlet pass to no one there as the Lancers control it. Lancers tip it in nicely, and again there is Ryan Shea. Ryan Shea with the puck, comes out to the dot, now looks for the long outlet pass and just misses connecting there with Kaiser Ray, who was streaking down the middle. Good look there by Shea to Ray, unable to connect. That was a good outlet though.
Great outlet. Looked like he was on his way to the goal if he just got it on the stick, beat the defender, and we would have had a tie game, but that's not the case.
Would have been a clean breakaway, unable to get his stick on it too, so it goes for an icing here as the faceoff comes just to the left of Brandon Payson. Battle on in the corner, Nick Botticelli trying to fight for that puck, but BC High comes out with it. Now Botticelli tries to gain control again, flips it back into the corner. The Eagles with the puck in their own zone. Botticelli, no give here as he fights again for that puck, but out comes Patrick Riley. Patrick Riley having a nice game already, and he is rubbed out real nicely there by Big Pat Harrington. So we talked about the physicality of the Lancers defense between Harrington and McLean, and there's Harrington getting physical right there with Riley and taking the puck away, and there's a long outlet pass. That's also going to go for an icing as Jack Adams was unable to control that outlet. Good look there as well, but again, just out of the reach of Big Jack Adams, number 2.
Yeah, it just looks like passing's a little sloppy at first. Gotta think it'll do a little bit of nerves, this being such a titanic matchup.
So 7:10 remaining in the first period. The Lancers leading the BC High Eagles 1-0 here. A good game already. Along out comes Matthew Philippe. Philippe with it, shoots a nice backhander up high, and a save there. Big save by Brandon Payson. Eagles trying to bring it back out. Now we'll cycle back. That's Simeone feeding it back to his defenseman. Will Lawrence taking the body here over on the side. Puck comes loose. Shot, oh, just wide as Christian Simeone was able to get his stick on that, but again, just steering it wide of Alex Reeses. Austin Goldstein with the puck, unable to feed it across, and there's a turnover in the offensive zone. Alec Flynn pinching in, trying to keep it in as the Eagles go for a change. Lancers trying to get it out of their zone, so some good pressure there by that third line of the BC High Eagles. It's a backhander there taken by Kaiser Ray. Puck along the boards, Goldstein with the puck. Goldstein gets it out to center ice and dumps it in. As they go for a change, skating in there is number 10, Justin Collins, trying to put a little pressure on the forecheck. Puck comes back out. Wachowski keeps it in. Puck is batted around here in the BC High zone as BC High. There's a turnover back to McLean. McLean's going to get a clean shot off the stick, and I think I might have caught the post. So McLean taking the turnover there and getting a good look, good slap shot, good clean slap shot, able to take his time and wind up. McLean with the puck, looks to feed it up to Goldstein. Goldstein taps it into the BC High zone. Goldstein looking for help here. 3 Eagles on Goldstein, and the Eagles come out with the puck. It's number 6, Justin Fiend. Justin Fiend battling for the puck, and Goldstein looking for the hold of the stick. Goldstein stayed with it though, gets a shot off, and it trickles in to the goaltender Payson, and he's able to control the rebound there as standing right on the doorstep yet again was Nick Botticelli.
Yeah, excellent. Looks like BC High's defense has really picked up ever since allowing that first goal to Collins. They've really stepped it up, trying not to make this a 2-0 game.
Botticelli loses the face-off now. Shea battling in the corner there alongside Jack Adams. Shea and Jack Adams bat. Puck comes loose, pinching in nicely there is Yannikopoulos. Yannikopoulos dumps it back in, but BC, oh, here's a steal.
Almost a major mistake.
Like there was Botticelli again making that steal. Big couple of turnovers here by the Eagles. You can't be doing that in your own zone against this Lancers team, or they're going to make you pay.
Yeah, that was almost a major mistake there, trying to just clear it. Cleared it right to Malden Catholic. Could have had a shot, but luckily poked away.
Yeah, Malden Catholic, you know, you think you see an open passing lane there. They fill that passing lane quickly. They're just lurking, looking for that outlet, and there was Again, Botticelli making the steal. All right, faceoff's going to come to the right of Alex Reeses here with 4:50 remaining in the first period. Malden Catholic able to win the faceoff. Faceoff comes back to Yannikopoulos. Oh, there's a turnover by the Lancers. Losing his edge is Pat Kramer, the senior captain for the BC High Eagles. Looked like he was going to get a clean look there, but lost an edge, and now the puck comes back behind the Lancers' net. Kramer controls it. Looking out front, back over. Jack Adams now with the puck for the Lancers. Adams unable to control it, but the Lancers stay with it. The puck comes all the way down into the Eagles zone, and there's another steal by Botticelli. That's about his third steal of the game. Botticelli trying to set something up here as Goldstein looking for a pass, but again taken away by the Eagles. Both teams looking for a change, but Botticelli just saying, oh, I'm sorry, that's McLean. McLean pitching in on that one. Steals the puck. So, boy, the Lancers stepping up into every passing lane and playing very aggressive here as Kaiser Ray looks for a shot here, and again a block. Broken stick on the ice here. I think McLean lost a stick. So BC High's got an opportunity here in the offensive zone, and the puck comes back out, and the Lancers dump it in there as Cam Walter, the left wing, dumps it in behind the net. Walter trying to gain control of it. BC High trying to get of it. Puck comes back around, and Goldstein again has the puck here, and the Eagles now have control. Coming out of his own zone there now is Jack Nisbet. Nisbet takes a shot on goal. Steered away nicely by Alex Reeses behind the back of the net. There's Kaiser Ray again with the puck. Kaiser Ray fighting along the boards, but unable to come out with it. Malden Catholic looking for a trip there, but not going to get it. And a big hit along the wall by Jack Nisbet. The Lancers able to keep it in there as number 5, Corey Goldstein. Goldstein knocks it in deep into the zone. Fighting for the puck there is Witkowski. But puck's taken away by Justin Fine, and Fine able to clear it up, but not out. And now it does get out. The Lancers are going to retreat back into their own zone. Chasing that puck is Will Lawrence. Lawrence feeds it back around looking for Yannikopoulos, but he's not there. So coming in to back check is Goldstein. Goldstein able to feed it up nicely to Witkowski. Witkowski coming across the blue line now. Witkowski looks to take a shot, and it's blocked by the BC High defenseman Shea. Shea feeding it back out now to center ice. Long shot from just outside the blue line there by Justin Fine. There's a loose puck. Puck loose along the post, and tricky play there as Reeses had to make a stop. I don't think he saw that coming as the puck was bouncing a little bit there, Joe.
Yeah, one of those sneaky shots that they could just ricochet right off and go right into the net. But excellent series of play up and down the ice between these two teams. And talk about the passing lanes. Those passing lanes, it seems like more lanes are getting filled as the game moves on.
Right, Malden Catholic and BC High both out there with their first lines now as Simeon, Kramer, and Noonan. Passes back to Doby. Doby dumps it in deep, and Billy Roach pinches in. Feeds it back around, and there's Connor Noonan. Connor Noonan looking for some help as McLean controls the puck now for the Lancers. McLean tied up there with Kramer. Kramer and McLean battling along the wall. BC High wins the battle right back out front to Noonan, and Noonan misses the short side. Not by much, and the Lancers looking for a long outlet, and they missed the outlet as Goldstein was breaking out down the ice, but unable to capture that. Both teams will go for a line change here with 1:32 remaining in the first period, and Goldstein might have been off to the races there, Joe.
Yeah, if he just got that puck, he would have been gone, would have put it in the net. And that last offensive series for the Eagles, their passing was getting great. That's one of the times where you got to take advantage of having those open lanes.
Face-off won by the Lancers. They're in their own zone. Will Lawrence circles it all the way around to his right wing, and the puck is flipped back out to center ice and now into the BC High Eagles zone. Puck along the wall here is picked up by Collins. Collins feeds it out to Witkowski. Witkowski just inside center ice now, loses control of the puck. Battling along the wall there is Jack Nisbet. Nisbet sends it back to his defenseman, Alec Flynn. Flynn unable to dump it all the way in. A little bit of a turnover here at center ice. They wave off the icing. That is Shea and Goldstein in, and Shea now with the puck behind the back of his net. Final minute of the period here. Shea looking for the long outlet, and again, the Eagles unable to control that pass. Nice feed by Shea. Looking for Tim LaRock, but LaRock unable to control that as the puck was bouncing on him. And again, now Will Lawrence. Will Lawrence with the puck. Lawrence looking for the long outlet. Able to feed that up nicely, and here come the Lancers. Lancers back into the offensive zone as Nick Botticelli. Botticelli centers it right out in front of the net, but no Lancers there on the doorstep, which is rare, Joe. Usually there's a Lancer standing right in that crease, but not that time as Botticelli sent it out front. And now BC High with 10 seconds remaining in the period are going to try one last charge here as Simeone feeds it up nicely to Noonan. Noonan's shot is blocked as he feeds it back behind the net. McLean with the puck, and that's going to about do it for the first period. The period comes to an end, and 1-0 Malden Catholic Lancers ahead of the BC High Eagles. Justin Collins getting the only goal of the game. Assisting on that goal was John McLean. Physical but very clean first period there, Joe. No penalties, and good up and down action, I thought.
Yeah, excellent. These two teams look so even between each other, and what you were talking about Malden Catholic, it looks like that they have more aggression than BC, but BC has shown some lives that they can pick up the aggression as well.
Yeah, you're right. BC High came out maybe a little flat for the first couple of minutes there, but sometimes it's hard to match that speed that Malden Catholic in the forechecking that they put on you early in a game like that. But BC High held their own, and like you said, they came on strong towards the end of that first period. I thought, like you said, the last couple of shifts, they kept some pressure in the Malden Catholic zone, and no surprise, only one goal in the period. We've seen two of the better goaltenders in the state here, and no exception there.
Yeah, and that one goal could be the entire difference, because the way these defenses are playing, we could have a 1-0 game.
Yeah, so again, just recapping that goal, number 10, Justin Collins, the sophomore out of Wilmington, Massachusetts, getting the only goal on the board. That's coming at 3:17 of the first period, and that was assisted by number 20, John McLean, the captain out of North Andover. No penalties in that period. I want to give a shout out to our sponsors. So, Joe, you can take that one.
That's right. I got to thank Sullivan Tire once again. Want to thank I got to get my list out. iSlideUSA.com.
Yep. Also want to Joe on the spot. Not giving him his sheet.
Want to thank our Falmouth, our partners from Falmouth Hockey, and I want to thank 16 by Dr. Peter Dranin.
Yep, and of course our friends of Malden Catholic High School Hockey. All of our friends over there making this possible tonight, and Athletic Director Pat Driscoll, and of course the Athletic Director here over at BC High, John Bartlett. John might join us in between the first or second period here. He's over doing double duty as the basketball team's playing right down the hall here at this complex at Beacons Ice Arena here on the UMass Boston campus, and we're going to take a little break in the action here and send it back down to ice level. But again, at the end of one, it is the Malden Catholic Lancers 1 and the Boston College High School Eagles 0.
Penetrating BC High's passing lanes, and who could ever forget? Quick goal, 1-0, coming from Justin Collins of Malden Catholic. Saw BC High struggle a little bit, but they were able to pick it up in the waning moments of the first period. And we're about to start second period in a 1-0 game.
Trying to give you some out-of-town scores, Joe, but no finals yet. As the only game that's going on now is on the boys' side of things, where Brockton is playing over at Milton. That was a 4 p.m. start, so we might be able to get you a final before we leave here tonight. Kind of a light schedule, but certainly a huge tilt here as we get ready for the start of the second period.
All right, so face-off at center ice as taken by Malden Catholic, and they will control the puck. Coming up ahead now, going to backtrack to the back of the net. Loose puck taken by BC. Now again to the back of the net, chased down. BC looking for control, and Malden Catholic takes that one away. And now coming up the ice, on the way, Austin Goldstein, quick centering cross, no good. That one got deflected, now to the back of BC's net. And the Eagles with a quick pass up ahead, but knocked down. That was number 20, John McLean. Malden Catholic bringing it up ahead. Center ice. Little backhand pass. Now a little stop and go. Back to the blue line, McLean. Over to the blue line. That one lost for a brief moment. Now taking it around the boards. And Malden Catholic's got to take a line change. BC High on the way. Big hit on the boards. And center cross once again. No good. Lancers take that one away. There goes Harrington on number 55, but BC High taking that one away again.
Yeah, John McLean playing physical, Joe. Nice hit there along the wall.
Saw it. Seen a lot of aggression so far from the Lancers in this game. And BC High looking for an answer to this quick 1-0 lead. Now that one brought up ahead. There's Witkowski. Loses it for a brief moment. Lancers have it. Going to the back of the net, and a huge hit on the boards to Collins. That one came from Dobay. Jason Dobay, left defense of BC High Eagles. And now Bay will take it away. Now brought up ahead, quick back pass, back to the blue line, give it off, slap shot just left of the net. Excellent passing there from the Eagles.
Kramer line finally getting going here. Had a couple of chances in that first period, but not much, but a good shift right here for the Kramer line.
Now given back out, flipped up ahead by Roche. Now quick back pass.
I say that, Joe, the Kramer line goes to the bench for a change, right?
Well, we'll have to see if that affects them. Eagles looking to set up, control the pace for a brief moment. We'll have to see if they do most of that, but there's Shea bringing it up. Gonna thread through 2 defenders, gonna try and get through 2 more, and gets leveled, loses the puck. Eagles still have it. Malden Catholic able to take away another passing lane. And that slap shot got deflected. Lancers up ahead, knocked down with the glove by Shea. Now backtrack, knocked down again by Noonan. Eagles once again with the control. Looks like Eagles have controlled the possession for most of this second period. The Lancers are not backing down. Eagles with another takeaway. Flipped up ahead. Kaiser Ray, shot, goes to the glass.
Ray is not bashful when he gets that puck on his stick. Joe likes to shoot it to the net. That one going up over the net, and the Lancers dump it for the icing.
Yeah, Roach just getting a stick on that to bring it down. So, as I mentioned, it looks like BC High Eagles controlling with the puck for most of the second period.
Yeah, Joe, the Eagles coming out looking pretty strong here to start the second period, similar to how Malden Catholic started the first period. So, tale of 2 periods here, and a nice big hit there at center ice by Tim LaRock, the assistant captain.
Face off one by the Eagles, now brought back. Chasing forward is Dobay, but taken away by Goldstein. Goldstein shot, deflected. Again, another fight for the puck on the board.
I think they got Payson right off the face mask because Goldstein went high. Payson started down, and puck went right up into his face mask.
Now Eagles on the charge. Going through defenders, has it tipped away, was Patrick Riley.
Coming right back out with that Kramer line.
Now right in front of the net, Lancers again with another steal. And now coming up the ice, 2-on-2. Here's slap shot save made by Payson.
God, Philippe makes that look so easy, doesn't he, Joe? He just cruises down that line. That was a very quick wrist shot and a big save by Payson.
Yeah, very quickly. Kind of similar to how the Lancers got their first goal from Justin Collins. Right. Now brought to the back of the net. Given off, and again another steal, but BCI gets it. That's off to one of the defenders. And now brought back up.
Yeah, a little turnover there by Harrington. You don't see that often. The Eagles unable to capitalize.
As Eagles were getting a line change for a brief moment. And now Collins comes back with it. Still has control along his skate. And that one dumped into the open ice. Taken by Bukowski. Now given off. Looking to go back to Witkowski. And another turnover for the Lancers. Back to the defensive zone. Brought up the ice by Collins. Collins going to switch directions, go to the left. Little dump pass, shot, glove save made by Bazon, and whistle.
Yeah, they're going to call that goaltender interference on the Lancers here. 10-12 remaining in the second period, and BC High will go on the first power play of the game. And actually, I stand corrected. I thought they were they're going to call interference on BC High.
Oh.
So that's going to go
Not the initial call we saw there.
Yeah, Alec Flynn is being called for the penalty. Number 24 goes to the BC High bench, and I thought for sure they were calling goaltender interference there, but that's not what's up on the board. So the Lancers will go on the power play, first power play of the night, as the Philippe line remains out there to start the power play.
And oddly enough, there's going to be a first power play we're going to see in this game. Both teams have been very clean, but we'll have to see what Malden Catholic does. We know they're aggressive when it's 5-on-5, but what's it going to happen when it's 5-on-4? Now a shot out in front. And now back into the defensive zone. Now
so, Joe, they call an
down in front.
unsportsmanlike conduct on that.
Now out into the open ice, going back is Harrington. And Harrington will take it. Quick line change for BC as Collins brings it up ahead, looking for goal number 2. Now a little dump pass, shot, and a great save made there by Payson. Just read the shot beautifully.
Yeah,
by
Payson.
Philippe.
Yeah, you're right. Coming up big there, and again, Collins making it happen, creating the opening. Collins drops it off to Philippe. Philippe lets it rip, looking for the 5-hole. Looked like he saw a little daylight there, but Payson was quick to close the pads. 44 seconds remaining on the Lancers power play.
Now face off one by Malden Catholic. Taken to the back of the net. Shea fighting for it. Not going to get it. Instead, Kaiser Ray's going to get it. And now BC thought they were going to get an offensive charge, but not the case as Malden Catholic takes it away. Now going right out the middle, going to the left. Here's a quick shot going to the back of the net. Just left of the net, and BC High clears. So we talk about so much about the Lancers defense. BC High holding their own on their penalty kills so far. Still got 11 seconds left on the power play. Flipped up ahead. And a chance for Bocelli. Centering cross on a slap shot, no good, and now a whistle.
Yeah, they got Adams in the crease, so they're going to have a face-off outside the Eagles zone here with 4 seconds remaining on the power play. So Botticelli trying to feed that across to big Jack Adams, but Jack Adams called for the crease violation, and the Eagles are only 4 seconds away from first penalty kill of the game.
Face off at the circle, won again by the Lancers. Lancers look like they're winning most of the face-offs in this game. Now again, back of the net and cleared out, but stopped there by Harrington. Brought up ahead by McLean. Going to the back of the net.
Surprised Coach McLean hasn't gotten Philippe off the ice here. They've been out there for an extended period of time.
Now a little back pass. The Eagles look set up. Now Duffy going to bring it up across center ice. One get deflected. They'll stay with it, knocked down. Now going to the back of the net. And McLean gives it off for Philippe. And Philippe is still going out there. And he's still, looks like probably the hardest charger out there as Lancers get it back. Quick flip up ice. Puck's still loose. And again knocked away and now stolen. Dobey with the shot, and that one is deflected.
Again, Kaiser Ray likes to shoot that puck, Joe. Hasn't seen a shot he doesn't like.
So under 7.5 to go here in the second period. Still a 1-0 game. And I believe now Philippe is going to come off.
Yeah, I think your road warriors of the game are Ryan Shea for BC High and Matt Philippe for Malden Catholic. Those two logging a lot of ice time.
Now open puck, taken away, great chance. And a huge hit on the board, and that's going to be a penalty.
Yeah, boy, that was a dangerous play down there in the corner. Yeah, I think he lost an edge going into the corner there, but they're going to call big Tim LaRock, the assistant captain, senior out of Middleborough, Mass, for the penalty. So we'll get another power play for the Lancers here. 6:58. Lancers trying to cycle here down low. Shot comes in there from number 9, Will Lawrence, Joe.
Lancers still have it. Oh, great pass out in front. Just couldn't handle the puck. Now dumped off. Back at the blue line, little back pass. Oh, here's a one-timer that got deflected, and the Eagles take it away. Looks like they may get an offensive chance. Shea's going for it. Centering cross, save made. And you got to think if the Lancers get it, they'll have numbers, but they don't as he gets leveled.
Yeah, Coach Flaherty thought Shea was slashed here, and I have to agree with him as he came across that blue line. You can hear the BC High bench yelling for the slash, but no call. 34 seconds remaining on the Lancers power play.
Oh, now a great chance here for Kaiser Ray. Kaiser Ray shot, save made by Racist. And he'll cover it. There's a little bit of tension going on down the ice between Kaiser Ray and Philippe.
Matt Philippe, 6'2", and Kaiser Ray not quite 6'2", we'll say. So Philippe certainly has the size there, but Ray, the heart of a lion, and again, taking a nice shot there, making open ice on the, short-handed opportunity. 25 seconds remaining on the Lancers power play, and the BC High bench letting the officials know of their displeasure of the non-slashing call on their captain, Shea.
So face-off taken and won by the Lancers. Goldstein gonna bring it up, loses it, and taken away by Ray. Kaiser Ray flipping it up ahead, going to the backboard. And Ray is still charging out there, even though they're still in the penalty kill. 5 seconds. Numbers for a moment. Shot goes off glass, top of the net. Harrington back of the net and
shouldn't have
cleared.
been allowed to get that kind of a shot off. He walked in cleanly, and the penalty had expired on the clear, so that's going to be an icing call. But BC High will be happy to take an icing there, Joe, as they're winded.
Yeah, definitely. They have been charging for so long on that power play, as it's now an even 5-5. But BC holding their own on defense on both penalty kills.
Yeah, they gotta do their best to stay out of the box. So they don't want to give the Lancers a third opportunity here. Obviously, the Eagles getting tired on the penalty kill. Lancers win the faceoff.
Now trying to make a move, dumping it off to the back of the net was Ciula. Now taking along the boards. Eagles with a steal. And that one going deflected back of the net. Now giving off. Lancers looking to make a move, but BC is very physical out there. Collins looking for possession. They'll dump it off.
Kramer throwing his weight around down here in the offensive
There goes
zone.
Witkowski on the move with Goldstein. Shot got deflected. Excellent defensive play by the Eagles.
Yeah, Billy Roach from Braintree, Mass, the junior, making a great stick check there, taking away that opportunity.
Now puck's still loose. Eagles again with the takeaway, but Philippe is all over him. And now Laroque has it stolen. Save made by Payson. Loose puck.
Tim Laroque trying to carry that puck out. We got a delayed offsides against Malden Catholic, but a big turnover there, Joe, and nice save again by Payson.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like, with BC High, like you were saying, they are getting a little winded, and their defense has been struggling.
Yeah, you can't be killing penalties, through an entire period against a team that has this kind of speed. And out comes the number one line with Philippe, Goldstein, and Walter, and Philippe gets tossed out.
So now BC wins that face-off, and they'll look to take control. But Malden Catholic going to try and answer to that. So now taken along at the boards. There's Philippe. The back of the net got two defenders, make it three now on him. And he's still fighting for that puck. And loose. And we got a whistle.
They see what we're going to get here now, Joe. Coming down all the way down to the Malden Catholic zone. So sure what we got there, hand pass or something.
Looked like it was a illegal cover on the hand as Philippe was really getting pressured by those defenders and just stuck his hand over the puck.
All right, so 3:53 remaining in a 1-0 game here in the second period.
Now back pass by Malden Catholic. Now save made once again by Rhesus. Interesting to see from Malden Catholic. They are not going to the rotation. They've stuck with Rhesus all game. Maybe they feel that confident in them as BC. A little back pass, now a shot. Deflected once again. Now puck loose and a hit from behind, no whistle. Now Lancers look to take it away. Adams loses it for a moment.
Good shift by number 24, Alec Flynn, the senior out of Bridgewater, Mass. Got a nice low shot on net there, and Shea.
And now losing the puck on the shot was Shea, and an open net for Adams. Shot, save made by Payson. Excellent defensive play on the one-on-one, and we're going to get an icing call as Rhesus lifts his arm up, but an excellent play from Payson.
Yeah, Payson coming up big there to keep it a 1-goal game. As streaking in was Big Jack Adams, finding the puck and finding some open ice and trying to drag the puck a little bit behind Payson. Payson getting that big right pad out there and steering it into the corner. So big save. We might be talking about that one again later, Joe.
So Adams not able to get the face off for Malden Catholic. Given off, and once again taken away, and basically going for it. And Harrington lost his stick. Let's see how that affects him for a brief moment. And he gets his stick back though. Now flipped up ahead. Fight for the puck. Knocked out by Goldstein.
Just tenacious defense, Joe, as you said, by both teams. BC High really picking up their defensive play.
Yeah, it looks like they've got their energy back ever since those 2 penalty kills that they've had to do. Slap shot, deflection, save made, rebound, and corralled by Alex Rhesus.
Boy, he robbed Jack Duffy point blank there. A little rebound coming out in front of the net. And right there was Justin Fine. And again, Rhesus just coming up large with 2-3 saves right there. Looked like they were going to have the equalizer there, Joe.
It would have been huge for BC High going into the third period if they could have tied this game in what many are calling a championship preview and the game of the year. Now Goldstein with it again, trying to fight through defenders, can't do it. Left up ahead, and Corey Goldstein's on his way, but has it deflected. Eagles take over, and Philippe not able to get anything going. Shea taking it at the back of the net. And BC looking to control the pace.
Big Tim LaRock across the blue line.
LaRock goes to the back of the net. Has it stolen by Wachowski. And poked away. Puck still loose. And now turnaround shot, save made by Payson.
It was a nice play by Shea there. Ryan Shea, very heady play there, getting out of the way of his goaltender so that he could see all of that shot. Another Philippe makes it look so easy, just turns and fires that puck. But again, Shea getting out of the way of his goaltender so he can give him a good look at that. And Payson not only seeing it clearly, but not giving up any rebounds. 1:26 remaining in the second period.
So a minute 30 to go, and Kramer gets kicked out of the faceoff. Poked out by Corey Goldstein. Now here's a one-timer, pad save by Payson off the shot.
McLean, very similar to Kaiser Ray, doesn't see a shot he doesn't like, and he'd let that one rip again. He's got about 4 or 5 shots on net tonight.
Puck still loose, and clearing it is Wachowski as we're under a minute to go in the second period.
1 minute left in the period, Joe. I forgot.
And now the Eagles bringing it up, giving off, chance for it, and that one gets deflected as Kramer wanted a shot.
Yeah, Pat Kramer out of Bridgewater, Mass, trying to get things going. That's a big line.
And there's Walter with a shot and a stick save by Payson. And now another shot and another save by Payson. Now flip to the back of the net.
Off-angle shot there by Wachowski, Joe, from deep in the corner, but nice save again by Payson.
Now stolen away by McLean. Has it loose, and Eagles can't get that one. Goldstein bringing it up ahead. He'll go, take a shot, and looked like he just lost control of the puck for the moment. Lancers still have it, though. Backhanded pass, no good for Philippe. Puck still out in front, and that one gets deflected. And that will do it for the second period. And back and forth these teams go, as Lancers still holding a 1-0 lead.
So, Joe, we stand here 1-0 where we were at the end of the first period, but good tempo of that period by both teams. Really, you know, BC High digging themselves a little bit of a hole with the 2 penalties and having to kill them both off. They actually had a good shorthanded opportunity there, but, you know, the Lancers kept coming, and again, Payson, what can you say? The kids come up large all game.
Yeah, definitely. Payson's been he's been a rock in there in the crease, and you know, other than that one goal, he's played phenomenal in net. You saw in that breakaway with Adams, looked like he was going to get a chance, but wasn't fooled by the fake, and made the save.
Yeah. So again, Joe, we had no goals there, but I think on your score sheet you had a couple of penalties that you can read off coming one early in the period, I think, right, or 8.
Yep, 4:48 into the first period. It was an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty from Alec Flynn on BC High, when we normally thought it was going to be goalie interference.
Yeah, it looked like a little scrum in front of the net there, and yeah, we were thinking goalie interference, and all of a sudden you see Alec Flynn go into the box for the first penalty of the game, and again, BC able to come out of that unscathed, but took another penalty, I think, shortly thereafter.
Yeah, 8 minutes, 2 seconds into the period. It was a cross-check coming from Tim LaRock, and you could just tell on both those penalties that BC High were on its heels and doing everything they could to stop them.
Yeah, big Tim LaRock. We got to see him a couple of times last year down in the Falmouth tournament, where the Buddy Ferreira Classic, which we'll be calling again this year for the 3rd time down in Falmouth. Coach Moore setting us up down there with the Falmouth Clippers, and that's always a great take. Always kind of the last dash to before the MIA tournament. Teams kind of jockeying for their seeds, and Duxbury able to really move on into the Super 8 because of their victory over BC High down in the Falmouth tournament last year. So be sure to check that out on MyHockeyLive.com. All of our game broadcasts are listed right up there on the homepage. You'll see we got quite a few games coming up. I know we just added 2 more games tomorrow per the request of Pat Serio. Pat doesn't get enough hockey action, and his wife wants him out of the house, so we're able to hook him up with a doubleheader tomorrow night. Paul McNamara will be calling that one tomorrow, and one of your counterparts there, Mike McNamara, a Jimmy Young alum or graduate of the Jimmy Young School of Broadcasting.
That's right.
So what do you, Joe, talk a little bit more about yourself and your background and how you got involved with this?
Well, my family's always told me that I've had a specialty for this, because I've loved sports. You know, I love hockey, basketball. I really love everything about it, and my family would notice that when I was talking on the screen while watching, like in the 2008 NBA Finals between Celtics Lakers, I would say some stuff that normally some broadcasters would say. And then my mom was thinking, maybe that would be a good idea. So I got involved with Jimmy's first camp, Young Broadcasters of America, YBA in Natick, and I was in it for many years, kind of put me to where I am today, and, you know, couldn't be thankful for the support by him and the support at my school at Algonquin, able to be blessed with a tremendous group of people, Kathleen Dalgleish and Mike Davis at Algonquin, the North Row Cable Access Television. Couldn't be more thankful for them. Couldn't be more thankful for cameraman for our Algonquin Sports, Brendan Ford. He's a senior right now. You know, just it's a good time in my life, and I'm very happy to have the opportunities that I have with all the family, friends, and supporters, and you know, broadcasting is just what I love to do. Hope to do it in the future.
That's great. You do a great job, Joe. Did a great job calling the second period there. And I know Jimmy Young always speaks highly of you. And you know, we've been fortunate to have a few high school students now call a couple of games with us up here, and we love it. I mean, that's part of what My Hockey Live is all about now, bringing Jimmy Young on as our managing producer and trying to groom the future play-by-play or color commentators or even production coordinators. We're always looking for folks that can work the camera and things like that. So I know you just mentioned somebody from Algonquin, so I'm sure Jimmy's already taken copious notes back at home and saying, we got to get our hooks into that kid. We always need more guys behind the camera. You know, Pat can only stand for so long, but we appreciate all that SerioVideo.com does, and we love having you up here, Joe, with us. You do a nice job, and certainly, you know, a credit to what Jimmy's been doing over the years, and certainly what My Hockey Live is striving to do as we move forward as kind of a mentoring program for broadcasters or production folks. Anybody interested that has an interest in calling some games or being a color commentator or working a camera can email us at info@myhockeylive.com. And of course, we're always looking for sponsors and advertisers. Same thing, you want to sponsor or advertise a game, or you want your team's games to be live streamed, just reach out to us at info@myhockeylive.com. We're going to come back shortly here with the start of the third period, coming to you live from UMass Boston, where the Malden Catholic Lancers lead the BC High Eagles 1-0 at the end of 2. And we're looking forward to a great third period, so don't go too far. All right, welcome back, everyone, for the start of the third period. And, Joe, we expected a thriller. We're getting 1-0 Lancers at the end of 2 periods.
Yeah, definitely. Again, your money's worth. The team's going back and forth. We've seen Malden Catholic have a bit of an advantage. They've shown more aggression. They've been blocking the passing lanes. We saw that in first 2 periods. BC making a little bit of a comeback, but then when they got those 2 penalties, when they had to go on the penalty kill, it was like the energy just got drained out of them. But made a little bit of a comeback near the end of the second.
Yeah, tough way to get into the middle of the period and draw 2 penalties there, but 2 big penalty kills by BC High, keeping the Lancers off the board as they hold on to a 1-0 lead as we get ready for the start of the third period. And I know we've got a couple of, well, at least one out-of-town score, right?
Sure we do. It's a big game. Gonna have to look.
Was it Milton defeating Brockton 4-3?
That's right.
So a big win there for Milton. On top of the Brockton boxes, 4-3 this afternoon. A little matinee action there. I think it was a 4 o'clock start. So that's the only final in so far today. Milton moving to 2-1. So a good win there for the boys over at Milton. And we get ready for the start of the third period here. And looks like Justin Feinsline's going to get the start for the Eagles here to start the third period. They've done pretty well in the offensive zone, but they're going to have their hands full here with Philippe Walter and Goldstein. Puck comes into the BC High zone, and it's controlled there by Shea. Shea drops it off nicely to Flynn. Flynn up ahead. BC High rockets it into the zone. Fine chases his own dump in, and they go into the corner there, and McLean comes away with it. McLean trying to stick handle away from Fine, but Fine giving him no space whatsoever. Puck comes out in front of the net, and away comes Philippe. Philippe taken down at the blue line, and offsides is the call, as Philippe might have lost an edge there and went across the blue line without the puck. Puck came in right behind him, and the referee quickly blows the whistle for an offside call there, Joe.
It'd also be remiss to mention the intensity between these 2 teams has picked up. These 2 really getting at each other.
Yeah, a lot of physicality now, all 3 lines. We'll see if Coach Flaherty shortens the bench at all here now as he comes right back out with the Kramer line. It's the second shift of the period. Coming across the ice is Noonan. Noonan loses the puck, though. New ice surface here, so out comes Collins. Collins across the line, feeds it out in front. Nicely feed to Goldstein, but Goldstein unable to get a lot of wood on that one as the puck trickles in the back of the net. Back to collect it there for the Eagles is Roach. Roach up ahead, looking for Noonan. Noonan chases it into the corner. No icing here. Noonan does not win the foot race as Malden Catholic comes up with the puck. And up the boards comes Botticelli. Delayed offsides as Shea collects the puck behind his own net. Shea now opening it up a little bit, looks up ice, makes a nice pass there. Up ahead to Jack Nisbet. Nisbet fighting along the wall, but loses it to Botticelli. Botticelli seems to be winning a lot of those battles for loose pucks here. Puck outside. PCI's got to wait for the clear, but comes across nicely there. Is Alec Flynn. Flynn able to get into the back of the net, but now the Lancers have numbers here on a 2-on-1. Botticelli with the puck, feeds it across, shoots, score! Nick Botticelli making a beautiful feed across the ice here. I think it was big Jack Adams, but we'll have to watch the replay here as the Lancers came out of their zone nicely there. McLean dumping it up, and we'll get you the official scoring, but 12:48 remaining in the third period, and the Lancers up.
Goal scored by number 2, Jack Adams. Assisted by number 26, Nick Botticelli. Time of goal, 2 minutes, 12 seconds of the third period.
All right, so it is big Jack Adams, number 2, getting his first goal of the night, second goal of the night for the Lancers. Assist going to Botticelli, who made all of that happen, and we're going to give the Paul McNamara assist to John McLean, number 20, who cleared that puck out to Botticelli, and we know how McNamara loves that second assist, Joe.
Yeah, that was an excellent centering cross there as we get a whistle stoppage of play. That centering cross was amazing, and then put right into the back of the net, and with the way these two teams are playing, that could be the dagger.
Yeah, Payson made a nice slide over to try to collect that shot from Adams, but unable to get the pads together as Adams fouled the 5-hole in a one-timer, really. And defenseman laid out, tried to block the pass to Botticelli, fed across to Adams. And Adams one time right between the pads of Payson, who really didn't have a chance there. And as you said, a 2-goal lead here. Still early in the third period, but the Lancers have really not given up much. And we're going to get a penalty here on an interference call coming against the Lancers. So the Eagles will get their first power play of the game. 12-11 remaining in the third period. The Lancers, number 5 is Corey Goldstein. The junior forward is going to go to the box here, and we'll see what the Eagles have on their power play as they send out Pat Kramer. Kramer alongside Simeone and Noonan. Kramer wins the faceoff back to the point. Got Noonan playing the left point here, and Jack Nisbet. So we've got 4 forwards on the ice for the Eagles as Coach Flaherty trying to get some offense going here, but the Lancers able to dump the puck, and Shea comes all the way back down now to collect it from his goaltender and get a restart here. Kind of an errant pass out ahead of Noonan, but Shea again will collect the puck and start over as that pass got a little bit away from him. And here come the Eagles now across center ice. Looks like it's Simeone. Simeone with the puck into the corner. Simeone stops, starts again, leaving that puck nicely for Kramer. Kramer now, an interference out in front of the net is uncalled, and a shot on net by Noonan as Reese is able to slide across, but some of the BC High fans not happy with that non-call as somebody was taken down just out in front of Reese's, but Joe, no rebound there.
Nah, and it was a perfect opportunity if one of the Eagles players was right in front, would have put it in for the goal, but that's not the case. And I've been noticing for Malden Catholic, even while on the penalty kill, they're still aggressive on defense. Yeah, they're willing to take that chance.
40 seconds remaining on the power play, and Kramer's going to stay on the ice with his line. So we got Kramer, Noonan looks like he's moving up to the forward here, and Riley also opposite that. And out comes Collins with the puck. Collins dumps it down nicely for the Lancers as they take more precious time off of the power play here, and Shea back to collect it behind his own net. Shea trying to crank it up, kind of a bouncing puck on his stick here. He gets it up to Kramer. Kramer across the blue line. Kramer makes some space here, and he's unable to get off a shot. Nice move by Pat Kramer, creating a beautiful opening there, but unfortunately for Kramer, he's losing the puck, and I think we're going to, what was matching penalties is now going to be 3 penalties Late call there. We had matching penalties coming up against the two teams, and then Kramer's called for a late one. So 8 seconds remaining on the BC High power play. They're going to skate even for the 8 seconds, and the Lancers are going to go on a power play as a late slash called against number 14 Kramer. 10:48 remaining in the third period, and boy, we had matching calls there, Joe. It seemed like we were going to be okay, and so Kaiser Ray, number 4 for BC High, and John McLean getting those matching penalties, as we said. And then Pat Kramer, number 14, going to the box, the captain, for a late slash after the play was over. So, you know, it's 4:22 of the third period, and BC High taking that extra penalty. Hopefully that doesn't prove to be costly, as they already trailed 2-0, and in 8 seconds, they'll be on the penalty kill. We'll see if Coach Flaherty elects to call a timeout here, as he had his number 1 line out there on the power play, and they were out there for really 2 shifts, almost the whole minute 30 here. So getting a little bit of a breather here as they sort through the penalties. The faceoff will come to the left of Payson, Joe, but boy, not a good penalty there by the captain Kramer.
Yeah, and definitely going to be costly if he can come back.
BC High able to win the faceoff and come in, and a nice little shot there from the off wing by Justin Fine, and deflects off of Reeses and into the net. And of course the fans are looking for that even up call. And the Lancers are on a 1 minute and 22-second power play here with 10:40 remaining in the third period. The faceoff coming in the Lancers zone, so a big faceoff, and Goldstein able to clear it out and chase it. Back for the Eagles, though, is Billy Roach. Roach able to get it out. The Lancers now back to chase it. There is Matthew Chula. Chula gets it up and into the Lancers bench. So a break there for the Eagles as Chula trying to clear it up the boards. Hits a player above the boards on the bench, and the faceoff will come in the Lancers zone.
And Lancers definitely looking to take advantage. They've been aggressive on defense. Now that they have the power play, like we saw in the second period, they can be aggressive on offense.
So the Lancers win the faceoff there. That was Nikowski taking the faceoff there as he wins it back to his defenseman. Back up to Adams. Adams now with the puck in the corner. Adams back to the point to Harrington. Across ice, shot. Big save there, and a nice clear out. Very nicely done by Billy Roach, taking that puck out of harm's way as Roach battles in the corner, and the Eagles are able to get it out. It's a nice little tap down deep by Noonan. Chasing that puck is Jack Duffy. 33 seconds remaining on the power play. The Lancers gonna get called for an icing here. Long outlet pass look by Harrington, but Eagles doing a nice job of killing this critical penalty.
Yeah, and that's really been the story tonight for the Eagles, is they've been able to stay strong on defense, but it's just little mistakes that the Lancers are able to capitalize, hence a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, very rare, Joe, that the Lancers will go 0 for 3 on a power play, but still 27 seconds remaining on this one, and here they come. Lancers looks like number 7 Goldstein in the corner with it, trying to feed it back to his point, but it's stolen nicely there by Big Tim LaRock. And LaRock able to get it over to Simeone. Simeone feeds it back to his defenseman, who clears it all the way down. Only 7 seconds left on this Lancers power play, and no shots on goal on this power play for the Lancers. So as you said, Joe, very nice penalty killing by the Eagles, but they don't want to be doing that again, down 2-0 with only 9 minutes remaining in the game.
And that's what you do to beat the Lancers. You take the aggression away.
Goldstein feeds it back to his point, but unable now to make the clearing pass. The Eagles go for a big change here, and the Lancers trying to take advantage of that. Is Cam Walter. Walter feeds it along. But the Eagles able to come up with it in their own defensive zone, and now skating out of his defensive zone is Ian Murphy. So fourth line, Ian Murphy getting a little ice time here, number 21, and that's Jack Nisbet, number 12. I'm becoming dyslexic, Joe. I'm so putting the 2 in front of the 1, but it's the 1 in front of the 2, and that's Nisbet. So always good to give a shout out, though, to a fourth liner, Ian Murphy. Sophomore out of Braintree, Massachusetts, so his parents are tickled pink that I said he was out there. Here's a breakout by Collins. Collins coming up that left wing where he scored from in the first period. Collins goes to the net as he feeds it back to Witkowski. Witkowski with a kind of a weak shot into the goaltender. Payson. Payson again ties it up nicely with no rebound as Collins was drooling in the crease.
Yeah, and you could just tell he really wanted to get that second one in the net and really put the seal on it for this game, in my opinion.
Yeah, face-off coming to the right of Payson. Collins will take it for Malden Catholic, and BC High seems to have a question over on the bench. Penalty time is up for both teams, so we're skating 5-on-5, and face-off now. Collins stands in there opposite Kramer. Kramer wins the face-off. Kramer feeds it back to Roach. Roach back around now to his defenseman pairing, and the Eagles, they're able to get it out, but boy, they need to connect on those outlet passes, Joe.
Yeah, it's like BC High is knowing exactly what Malden Catholic is going to do.
Yeah, Witkowski now feeds it back to Harrington. Harrington loses control of it behind his own net, but McLean covers for him. McLean back up to Witkowski. Witkowski unable to get it out of the zone. And there's a challenging shot by Kramer, kind of on edge. Comes in, and one of the Lancers dump behind the net as Witkowski and Doby battle for the puck along the blue line, and BC High able to win the battle, and another hit away from the puck. And McLean now comes out with it and loses an edge out in front of his goaltender, but able to bat it out of the zone. So a good heady play there by Captain John McLean. Here comes Shea. Shea trying to make something happen. Gets off a shot. There's a loose puck right out in front of net is Kramer, but he's unable to control it. Throw the puck at the net, right, Joe? That's what Shea did there, and almost came away with an opportunity for his line mate, Kramer.
And it's definitely been physical out there throughout this third period as these two teams are starting to be some bad blood.
Yeah, puck dumped in nicely by Alec Flynn. Flynn dumps it in deep, and Yannikopoulos fighting along the boards there now, tying it up. Precious seconds running off the clock. 6:48 remaining in this 2-0 Lancers lead as they look to advance to 4-0 and drop the Eagles to 5-1. And there's a nice feed across the ice to Botticelli, but Botticelli throws it right into the midsection of Payson.
Yeah, great pass, but I just think the shot came on a little too late, and Payson read it perfectly and able to block that right corner.
Yeah, good job by Botticelli to collect and get a shot, but you're right, Joe, that was a long cross-ice pass. Botticelli going to take the face-off here as LaRoque is thrown out of the face-off circle, and Botticelli wins the face-off. Puck comes back to the point, is dumped in nicely by Chula. Chula trying to feed it all the way back around to Big Jack Adams. Adams gets a stick on it, leaves it, and we got a hand pass being called against Jack Adams, so the faceoff will come outside the Eagles' blue line here with 6:28 remaining in this third period, and it's going to come all the way down. Hand pass in the offensive zone, so opportunity here for the Eagles, Joe.
This is exactly what the Eagles want, to keep it in their offensive zone, try and get as many attacks on net as they can.
So LaRoque comes into the face-off circle. Again with Nick Botticelli. Botticelli wins another face-off, so Botticelli doing a very nice job on the dot here for the Lancers. Witkowski opposite him feeds it back around, and that is going to go over to Will Lawrence. Lawrence tries to clear it up the glass, but it goes up the glass and out of the rink, just behind the Lancers bench, and we'll get a whistle here and another face-off coming to the right of Alex Reeses, who's had a nice game. Hasn't made a ton of saves, but has had a pretty solid performance in net there for the Lancers.
Yeah, Reeses has made some very important saves. Like you said, not a lot, but saves at the right time.
Nice block shot there, and out comes the Lancers immediately, but good back check there by Kramer. Kramer gaining a little bit of speed here, throws it into the skates of Simeone. Simeone trying to get it back to Kramer, and just missing out on these passes, Joe. Maybe a step or two behind. Here comes Noonan across the blue line. A little behind the back pass looking for Simeone. Simeone behind the net now, back out to Kramer. Kramer cycling behind the net, back to Simeone. Pinching in nicely is Connor Noonan. Oh, fed right back out into the crease. Shea now pinching in as the BC Eagles get a little more aggressive here, and there's a shot on net by Simeone that is deflected wide into the corner, and that puck goes up into the netting and is sent up into the netting by the Eagles, so that'll come outside the line.
Yeah, BC High doing a great job in the offensive zone. The only problem is they're facing Malden Catholic Lancers defense. That's been amazing all throughout this game.
Yeah, that might be the best offensive pressure Kramer's Lions had all night, so we'll see if they can capitalize on that. But the Lancers break it out here, and here comes Collins. Collins seems to be doing everything tonight, playing very well on the forecheck and also on the back check, and there's a dump in. Payson catches it with his glove and leaves it off to Doby. Doby feeds it over to Roach. Roach unable to get it out. Turnover by BC High here in their own zone. And going into the corner there is Goldstein. Witkowski pinching in now. Witkowski keeps it in. BC High now under 5 minutes. Trying to crank something up here is Patrick Riley. Riley off angle shot goes wide. Shea pinches in again. Keeps the puck in, but there's 4 blue jerseys there, Joe. As you said, they're just, I don't know, there's 4 jerseys going to the puck every time for the Lancers.
Passes for BC again, a little sloppy. Lancers are all over it.
Nice pass by McLean. McLean feeds it up, and there's a little bit of a hook. No call there as Brendan White goes down. Nice pass by McLean out of his own zone, and the Lancers almost went up 3-0 there. And here comes Brendan White again, the junior. White to Adams. Adams with the puck, waiting for his defenseman to get back on, and a nice check there by Kaiser Ray, and now out come the Eagles. Coming on the off wing is Nisbet. Nisbet loses an edge in the corner. Kaiser Ray taking the body in the corner, but out come the Lancers again, and big Jack Adams dumping it in, and Adams trying to get to the bench for a change as he is hunched over with a little bit of wind. Oh, LaRock, boy, a sloppy play there out in front of his own goal, but he gets away with it now as it's collected there nicely by Jason Doby.
Eagles are going to have to move fast. They're running out of time.
Yeah, this is playing right into the hands of the Lancers. A nice check there. Beautiful hit by Matthew Philippe. Philippe hitting LaRock and a clean hit. And here comes Philippe. Philippe with the puck goes high and wide of the net. Good backhand bid there by Philippe. Philippe again committed to Northeastern University as the junior out of Linfield, Massachusetts. BC High's got to crank it up here, Joe. Got to get some offense going. They're running out of time. 2:54 remaining. Here comes Noonan. Noonan trying to feed it across to Simeone. Unable to do so, though, as 2 big Lancer bodies get in front of that pass. They just seem to be everywhere, Joe. Those blue jerseys just clogging every lane. Tough pass there as Noonan is offsides, and Shea trying to make the pass over there to Noonan, but Patrick Riley not out of the zone, and face-off going to come outside the blue line here of the Lancers. 2:38 remaining in the third period, and what is starting to look like an insurmountable 2-goal lead here, Joe, with 2:38 left.
Yeah, and this is playing right into the Lancers' hands. All they really have to do is, clear it, get a couple offensive breaks, and they'll have control of the game and not try and let it slip out.
Patrick Riley able to win the faceoff there for the Eagles as they dump it in, and we'll keep an eye on the net, Joe, down to our left to see if the Eagles decide to pull the goalie and go a man up. Right back to the point it goes, over to Shea. Shea feeds it across to just nobody at home there, and again, BC High just missing out as Alec Flynn fent it. Here comes Collins. Nice block there by Flynn. Flynn with the puck now, trying to crank it back up. Eagles got to get something going here. Long outlet pass missed again, and Witkowski will win that race to the puck as the puck comes back to neutral ice, and Witkowski just turns and clears it out as the Lancers will get a line change. Billy Roach comes across the blue line and clears it into the zone. Keeping an eye down to our left here as the Eagles continue to keep the goalie in the net, down by 2 goals with 1:35 remaining. And here's a chance for the Eagles as the puck comes loose away from Rhesus. But again, the Eagles unable to control the bouncing puck, and the goalie does go to the net. Back to the point it goes. Noonan shoots it wide. There's Kramer feeding it out front, and a save by Rhesus, and the puck, the post comes off the mooring there to the left of Rhesus, but a big flurry in front of the net. The Eagles had the goalie pulled with the extra skater coming onto the ice, and just unable to jab that one home.
Yeah, and they were all over Rhesus, but as I mentioned, not a lot of saves, but making them at the right time as Rhesus was able to stop it. And you got to think that defense of the Eagles really needs to step up, because the Lancers just keep attacking. If they get any kind of offensive break, it's going right in the net.
Yeah, we get a timeout here, but Kaiser Ray had 2 or 3 whacks at it as we watch the replay here, Joe. And Kaiser Ray's been in front of that net all day. He's had a couple of nice opportunities from the outside with some good low shots on net. But again, as you said, Alex Rhesus holding the post and holding his own there in the crease.
Yeah, and he's definitely held his own all game, as you can see on the scoreboard, not allowing any goals, and you can credit the defense as well. Not really getting a lot of offensive opportunities is the Eagles, because that Lancer defense has just been so aggressive, not allowing anything.
Yeah, and in regular play, they've only given up 2 goals all year. So there we are. And 11, this is almost 12 periods of play and only 2 goals. And again, as you said, at the start of the game, a rotation of Alex Rhesus and Kyle Casey, for the Lancers as they look to improve to 4-0. And I think both goalies are going to be 2-0 in their respective starts. So I don't see why you stop the rotation, although certainly Alex has played very well here tonight.
Yeah, definitely right saves at the right time, as I keep mentioning. And you can't say Payson has had a terrible game, because he's had a good game as well. Just a couple of mistakes, and
so true.
Allowing 2 goals in a span of 12 periods. This is BC high school.
You're talking about shutouts over Austin Prep, shutout over Severian, who was undefeated coming into that game, and now a potential shutout against an undefeated BC High Eagles team. So, Joe, you've called it all game. The trapping defense and just a lot of physicality and just a lot of clogging up the passing and shooting zones as the puck comes around. The goalie is out of the net for BC High, but another block by a Lancer defenseman out in front there, and that was Pat Harrington, number 55, the big junior out of Stonemass, getting in front of that one. Justin Fine dumps it in deep, goes after his own clearing, clears it around. Shea with the puck. Shea in the corner with the puck behind the Lancer net. Shea trying to cycle as best he can. Couple of bodies out in front of the Lancer net. There's a nice feed out front. Kramer shoots, and it's deflected into the back. A feed out front again. Bodies lying all over the crease, but the Eagles unable to convert. A great opportunity there. We're going to get an elbow. We're going to get an elbowing call here as it gets a little chippy. 29 seconds left here, and I think that was Billy Roach with the elbow as he's going to... Nope, that's not number 2 going to the box, but it is a BC High Eagle going to the box with 29.4 seconds remaining, and he's going to go off the ice as it was number 12. So number 12, Jack Nisbet, getting a little too physical there. The elbow coming up,
and you got to think that's just out of pure frustration, because these Eagles have been frustrated all game.
Yeah, you got to be a little frustrated here as they've had their opportunities in the offensive zone, and the stingy Malden Catholic defense is having none of it, and on their way to a 3rd straight shutout against a 3rd straight Catholic Conference opponent. So, boy, I tell you, to go 4-0-0 with that schedule, is pretty impressive. The only team to score on them was the Hingham Haberman. Back on December 27th, they scored 2 goals, losing that 6-2 to the Lancers. As we wind down the clock, BC High with the goalie back in the net, just trying to finish this off, but the puck goes up into the Lancers bench. So with 12.3 seconds remaining, and the fans start clearing out of the arena here, as it looks like the Eagles are going to go to 5-1-1, and Malden Catholic's going to advance to 4-0-0. Coming up next, never gets easier for these two teams, as BC High will play the Severian Hawks on January the 10th, and Malden Catholic will play Catholic Memorial on January the 10th as well. We'll be streaming that game live from Malden against CM coming up. Again, we have 2 games for you tomorrow night, which were just recently added, and the Lancers hold on to just a terrific 2-goal win over the BC High Eagles. Great goaltending by Brandon Payson of BC High, and Alex Reeses with the shutout.
Yeah, excellent play all around by the Lancers. That defense was harassing, clogging up those passing lanes. Offensive attacks, they were constant all throughout the game. And of course, as you mentioned, Reeses, that was a great game. And who knows, these teams could be meeting again in the later future.
Yeah, so we'll recap the goal scoring here and the penalties for you here. Is again, Joe Braverman joining me up in the booth today. Joe, a junior at Algonquin Regional High School, so appreciate you being up here with us, Joe, and calling that second period and helping us with the color commentary, and certainly we'll give the recap here now of the goal scoring and the penalties, and then again a shout out to our sponsors for one final time. And we got, what do we have, Joe, in the first period? I think we had the first goal, right?
Yes, we did. 3:17 into the first period. It was a goal from the center on the second line. Justin Collins had the assist coming from Will Lawrence, another captain, and number 20. And try
John
and
McLean,
find him, John
another
McLean
captain there. So again, keeping it
that
consistent.
really that really set the tone to bring it 1-0. Kept the lead ever since third period. Then adding another goal, 2:12 into the third period, on a goal from Jack Adams from the third line, and assisted by Nick Botticelli, and that really put the dagger in it in a 2-0 game. And a lot of penalties, very clean after the first period, but when the second period came, it was penalty after penalty, as there was an unsportsmanlike conduct for BC. There was a cross-check. There was a cross-check from Malden Catholic, interference by Malden Catholic, some more penalties from BC, and of course, near the end of the game, 14:31, some elbowing, and pure frustration for BC High.
Yeah, certainly a little frustration at the end of that, which is expected. I mean, you got 2 top teams here in the state, both undefeated, both battling right to the end, and we expected, certainly expected that, and we knew this would be a close one, and we know a lot of folks tuned in specifically for this game to MyHockeyLive. We appreciate all those that tuned in tonight, and know that we do have 2 games coming right back at you tomorrow night from the North Shore, so you'll have Pat Serio from SerioVideo.com. Paul McNamara will be doing the play-by-play, and Paul will be accompanied by his son, Mike McNamara, who was out doing the Winchester game with me a few weeks ago. Mike, I think a senior over at St. John's Prep this year, and also part of the Jimmy Young clan over there. But Joe, I mean, I think we saw everything we expected. Maybe, BC High couldn't get on the board there offensively, but well played game.
Yeah, definitely competitive between both teams. You saw that these 2 teams, the reason why they're at such a top level that they are at. Malden Catholic, we also know why they're a 4-time defending champion because of the way they played. And like I said, this could be a championship in the future.
Yeah, it could be. We could be seeing these two teams again. Certainly expect to see them in the Super 8, and then maybe all the way to the Garden in March. So we'll be bringing you plenty of hockey along the way. I think I'm going to say this was our 25th game already. We're only 2.5, maybe 3 weeks into the season. We'll be doing at least 100 games this year, so we're really excited about that. Again, it's $10 for a season pass, so pretty inexpensive way to watch high school hockey, especially on a cold night like tonight, Joe. Appreciate you braving the cold weather out there. And
it's in my name, isn't it?
yeah, Braverman, Joe, but we like that.
Yeah, thank you very much. I just want to thank all my supporters, my mom Martha, my dad Mark, all my family, Matt, Caroline, Julianne, Jenna, just everyone who supported me. This was such a fun time, and I got to thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
Our pleasure, Joe. You do a great job. I know we'll be seeing more of you around during the season around the rinks, and big thanks to your parents too. I know obviously they had to get you over here to the rink. I think they were going to go see your sister over in Brighton, which was a nice way. Hopefully they went there and put the game up on the big screen TV.
I'm sure they did. I'm sure they did.
Had a couple of warm drinks while we did this. But again, we're signing off from Beacon's Ice Arena here on the campus of UMass Boston, where the Malden Catholic Lancers advance their record to 4-0-0 and hand the Eagles their first loss of the year as BC High goes to 5-1-1. So again, thank you for joining us. Mark Igo, Pat Serio, and Joe Braverman. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and don't forget to tune in tomorrow for the doubleheader coming from the North Shore.